They are now firmly elite. They're at the top of college football. They are actually ESPN's #1 football power index team for 2018 and one of the few teams that will appear on the main network. It's coming up this Saturday, April 14th at 2 o'clock, 2:30 Eastern time. And we're talking about the Clemson Tigers. And we bring on Ryan Kanter from Shaking the Southland to help us prep for the game that concludes the spring sessions of 15. Ryan, how you doing this afternoon?
Good. It's good to be talking football again.
Yeah, definitely. Good to have you on here with your Clemson orange on and ready to go to the ball game. So I know that in surveying the field, the roster, the personnel, and what you expect out of this football team, knowing what the personnel leaving to the NFL draft, that you've zeroed in on a selection of 3 areas in which you have some concerns, some questions, and really are going to be eyeing this Saturday.
Yeah, so the first one is the Sam position. So Clemson lost maybe their best, if not their most important, defensive player, Dorian O'Daniel, who played the Sam position last year, a linebacker. What was so great about him was his versatility. Extremely fast, could cover a lot of ground. And so the Tigers didn't have to rely on substituting quite as much, didn't have to use the nickel package quite so much. They could just leave him in. He was very good in coverage. That was a big upgrade for the Tigers last year overall. Their linebackers were better in coverage. So he's gone. He's off to the NFL. So they're going to have to replace him. Jaylyn Williams is behind him on the depth chart, or was behind him on the depth chart, and may start. But now we're hearing that Isaiah Simmons, who was a safety last year, may move down and play at the Sam. That's a great development. He has tons of upside. He has excellent speed. He's a physical player. So obviously, you need the depth in the secondary, which is probably one of the bigger weaknesses Clemson has, probably the most glaring weakness, to hold up for him to do that. But he should get a shot here in the spring game. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on number 11, Isaiah Simmons, and number 30, Jaylyn Williams. We'll see if they're on opposite teams. We can get a good eye on both of them. See how they perform at the Sam.
So Jaylyn Williams coming off a season with 21 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. Dorian O'Daniel, if you watch Clemson football, he was just another freak on defense that disrupted the offense time and time again. Second on the team in total tackles with 88, 11.5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks and 2 interceptions. So he really filled up the stat sheet. And as Ryan mentions, a prime NFL prospect that we will see in just a few weeks at the NFL draft.